Fife Flyers TV, sponsored by the Bay Hotel, Fife's premier wedding venue.
It's odd. I'm definitely happier tonight with the result after last night.
Yeah, we didn't have video capability last night, so we'll start with last night. I was quite embarrassed. It was certainly a low point for me professionally. It felt like we had taken a huge stride back or step back last night, probably more like a couple. We had zero fight in us. We looked content to stand around and watch an excellent hockey club make us look like we didn't belong in our own building. And certainly to the press, apologized, on behalf of the organization, to our fan base, because I can judge them harshly on how they criticize performances, but last night everybody was well in their rights to be displeased, and they certainly showed us that. But going on to tonight, I think it's important that we bounce back. We're professionals, and we needed to right a ship that was floundering. I let that team know that I was happy to take last night on the chin. Ultimately, I'm in charge, but I expected something in return, and that was to come out tonight and play like a team that wanted to compete in a hockey game. If I'm being honest, I actually thought we started off a little bit slow and tentative. I think our confidence took a knock last night and it took us a while to get going. I'm glad that a couple pucks went in for them, and certainly that we managed to score a couple power play goals tonight. I firmly believe that as the game went on, we got significantly better. I thought that our compete factor went on as we realized that we were competing well and in a hockey game. And how we saw out that game, we saw it out maturely, and we saw it out like a team that was comfortable in that position. That's how we were winning league games near the start of the season. And I have no problem letting you know what I said to the team after. I mean, it's important that we righted the ship, and we were not even close to perfect tonight, but we certainly competed better. But we didn't win the Stanley Cup by any measure, and that just has to be the bottom benchmark for how this team comes out and competes, because I don't think anybody ever wants to be in that position again.
As you say, you felt the start was slow, but obviously we've got the 2 goals in about 3 minutes. So I mean, even despite the start we did, it was a good confidence boost to get those 2 goals as well.
Sometimes the puck goes in for you, others it doesn't. I mean, I think that over the last 3 games we have, well, maybe not last night, but we have looked dangerous in 2 previous games, but not got maybe a bounce or 2. And other teams have. We got a couple bounces today, and as I said to you, I don't think our first period was probably our worst period of the night, because, credit to Nottingham, they had a pushback. They're mired in their own issues right now. This was a significant game for a number of reasons. I'm happy that the guys answered the bell and came out on top, but if I'm being honest, I still think we have a lot more to offer and a lot more to give. And I told them that as well. I'm part of this group, so I'm not separating myself from them. We all can be better. And as I stated, tonight just needs to be the benchmark for what we expect out of this group on a nightly basis.
Last week after the Dundee game, we spoke about power plays, hot topic at the moment. We've got 2 power play goals tonight. Seems to be a bit more of a kind of an urgency about the power play tonight. Is that something you've kind of changed up over the week?
Yeah, the power play is very hotly debated in this building. I think going into tonight in league play, we were something incredible, like third or fourth in the league in the power play, which is a stat I guarantee people don't believe. We're running something at 21%, which is not bad at all. I think Dundee might have been the top at 26%. So it doesn't seem like it when you have a night like last night where nothing's going for you. And the Challenge Cup was a competition that we just didn't perform brilliantly in. And once again, that game against Dundee, we certainly had opportunities to win. We countered back, but we just gave them the upper hand every time when we were chasing that hockey game. I thought we played significantly better the night before in Glasgow, but the Scottish teams are good, man, and the status quo that everybody expects, that's been upended this year, and there's going to be a lot of uneasiness in the table, from a number of teams this year.
Just off the back of last night's game as well, it must be a great confidence boost for Adam Morrison. Just missing out on that shutout, but it was a solid performance from him tonight.
Yeah, it was a missed assignment on our penalty kill, which had been very solid up until that point all night, and even after that. Adam knows he's the last line of defense. Any goaltender who lets a goal in or a number of goals in is always going to come under the microscope. I firmly believe there's a number of goals that Adam would have liked to have back last night, but please recognize that there's a team playing in front of them, and when you have a team skating back and a team competing for pucks and a team insisting that when you have a puck on the half wall you actually get it out instead of making a soft play, that takes a little bit of pressure off a goaltender as well. So am I no way excusing some of the pucks that went in the net, but this is a team game. And players tend to get singled out here quite a bit, and I've seen that since my playing days, going right back to 1998 or something like that. That just happens, but this is still a team sport. It's always been a team sport, and if you're not out there supporting each other, it's very selfish to leave guys out high and dry.
Just finally move on to Sheffield again on Wednesday. Because you don't want to dwell on last night's result, but how do you stop a repeat of last night come Wednesday?
Well, we just don't come out and concede the game before it basically even begins. People are probably lucky they only had to subject themselves to watching that once. I had to watch it 3 times. Wanted to make sure that we got everything looked at that I wanted to look at, and certainly made improvements. A lot has to be said about that Sheffield team. I thought they were incredible last night. We didn't put up any resistance whatsoever, but that team was fast, and they punished us for not showing up. And I have to tip my hat to them.
Thank you.
Thank you.